Justin Fields. Say the name and you see the talent. A quarterback who can throw a ball through a brick wall and outrun just about everyone chasing him. But so far, his career has been a highlight reel of what-ifs and almosts. In Chicago and Pittsburgh, we saw flashes of a game breaker, a player who could do things almost nobody on the field could even dream of. But we also saw a quarterback who held the ball too long, got swallowed up by sacks, and fought for consistency. It's a story Jets fans have heard before, right? The guy with all the talent in the world who just can't seem to put it all together. But what if the problem wasn't just Justin Fields? What if he was a brilliant instrument being played in an out-of-tune orchestra? Now he's in New York and the Jets have hit the reset button, bringing in a new coach, new staff, and a completely different philosophy. Forget the chaos in Chicago. Forget being the temporary fix in Pittsburgh. This is a fresh start, and there are real tangible reasons to believe the narrative is about to flip. Here are 5 reasons Justin Fields is finally set up to dominate in 2025 and become the star the Jets have been waiting for. For his entire career, Justin Fields has been a square peg hammered into a round hole. He was asked to be a traditional pocket passer when his legs are a legitimate cheat code. It never made sense, but that's about to change. Enter this new Jets regime, led by Aaron Glenn and offensive coordinator Tanner Engstrand. If you want to know their philosophy, just look at what they helped build with the Lions. Detroit's offense became a powerhouse, not by forcing their quarterback into a rigid system, but by building a system that amplified his strengths. Engstrand was the passing game coordinator for an offense that set franchise records in points and yards. They did it with creative pre-snap motion, a heavy dose of play action, and a commitment to making the quarterback's job easier. Now, let's apply that same logic to Fields. Engstrand and Glenn aren't going to just hand him a playbook. They're going to build an identity around him. Expect an offense designed around runs, RPOs, and moving pockets as its foundation, not as a gimmick. The goal is to get the ball out of his hands, create clear reads, and turn his athleticism from a last resort to a primary weapon. For the first time, I think, Fields is in a system where the coaches will build around the player, not ask the player to contort himself to fit the playbook. A quarterback needs more than just a good scheme. He needs a daily guide to sharpen the details, and that's where quarterbacks coach Charles London comes in. And he's the perfect mentor for this stage of Fields' career. London has a long track record of developing athletic quarterbacks. He isn't a coach who's going to try and sand down the edges of Fields' elite mobility. His entire background is about blending a quarterback's natural gifts with sound mechanics and decision-making. One of the biggest knocks on Justin has been his footwork and his tendency to bail out on clean pockets. London's job will be to drill the subtle art of pocket movement, how to slide, climb, reset, and throw, making him more of an effective passer from the pocket. Think about the career revival Geno Smith had in Seattle, where London coached him through a strong 2024 season. Now he gets a quarterback with an even higher physical ceiling. For a player who has faced nonstop pressure and criticism, having an experienced and steady hand like London, a coach who fundamentally believes in his skill set, is a massive boost for his confidence and his mechanics. Okay, quick break. If you're buying into this new Jets coaching staff and what it could mean for Justin, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you want to follow this story all season, make sure you subscribe so you never miss a video. Now let's talk about the culture. For too long, the Jets have been a pressure cooker where quarterback careers fizzle out under intense media glare. A young quarterback doesn't just need a coach, he needs a shield. And that shield is Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn is a culture builder who just helped transform the Detroit Lions from a laughingstock into a legitimate Super Bowl contender. He knows how to change the energy in a building. He's a former Jet himself, obviously, we all know that. He understands the unique pressures of playing in New York. His leadership style is described as being as real as it gets. He's made it clear that his focus is on building a culture based on people and accountability, not just rah-rah speeches. I think this provides a layer of insulation for Justin. When adversity hits, and it always does with the Jets, the response from the top won't be to panic. It'll be a calm, steady belief in the process. Fields has spent his career on unstable ground. With Glenn, he finally has a head coach who will protect him, empower him, and demand the best from him all at the same time. That stability is the secret ingredient that lets players stop worrying about the noise and just play football. Let's talk about this defense, because one of the most underrated factors in a quarterback's success is his own defense. Too often, Fields has been forced to play hero ball, trying to win 38, 35 shootouts because his defense couldn't get a stop. That ends now with defensive coordinator Steve Wilks. Wilks runs an aggressive, turnover-hungry defense. In his last full season as a defensive coordinator with the Niners in 2023, his unit was tied for the league in interceptions and ranked third in points allowed. This is a huge gift for a developing offense. More takeaways mean more possessions, obviously. It means shorter fields to work with, creating more scoring chances. Imagine this. Instead of starting on his own 20-yard line, needing to orchestrate a methodical 80-yard drive, Fields gets the ball at midfield after, a strip sack or an interception. The playbook opens up completely. The pressure to be perfect vanishes. A great defense allows an offense to play with a lead, which perfectly complements the play action and run-heavy scheme that Engstrand wants to run. Wilks' defense won't just be stopping opponents, it'll be actively creating opportunities for Fields to succeed. Time to call a spade a spade. Justin Fields has never played with a supporting cast like this. Here, in New York, he gets to throw to a legitimate top-tier receiver in Garrett Wilson, who just so happens to be his best friend, and an all-pro caliber running back in Breece Hall. Garrett Wilson is a machine. He's the first receiver in Jets history to start his career with 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons, and he did it while catching passes from a carousel of different quarterbacks. Wilson is an elite route runner who, as a former Ohio State teammate, already has chemistry with Justin. Then there's Breece Hall, a running back who is a threat to score anytime he touches the ball. He's a home run hitter who led the NCAA in consecutive games with a touchdown at Iowa State and has been a big play machine with the Jets. Having a running back like Hall forces defenses to load the box, which opens up everything for the play action passing game. And having a receiver like Wilson means Fields finally has a number 1 target that he can trust. This isn't just an upgrade. It's a complete transformation from the offensive environment that was previously around him. So what does this all add up to? It means that for the first time in his professional career, Justin Fields is stepping into an environment that is built from the ground up to ensure his success. The excuses are gone, but so are the obstacles. He has an innovative offensive staff in Engstrand and Charles London. They're going to tailor the system to his strengths. He's got a head coach in Aaron Glenn who will build a stable, accountable culture and shield him from the outside noise. He's got an aggressive, opportunistic defense led by Steve Wilks that will create extra chances and better field position. And he finally has an elite offense with weapons like Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall. This isn't about hoping for a miracle. This is about a smart, deliberate organizational strategy designed to unlock a player who has rare gifts. The Jets just paid him $40 million because they believe the same thing. All the pieces are finally in place. But what do you guys think? Is this the right coaching staff? in the right situation to finally unlock Justin Fields? Drop your predictions for his 2025 season in the comments below. And if you made it this far, you're a real one. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Thanks for watching.